Hello, my name is Ali Yousefi. Welcome to the Test Automation and EasyRepro series. This edition of Designing EasyRepro, we will look at the login and app navigation flow. We will cover the login object, the navigation object, and how to navigate to a UCI app, provide a demo demonstrating usage of each, and finally leave with some references. So login and navigation typically comes into play as some of the two first commands we'll do with EasyRepro. As you see here, login typically involves two paths, one using the standard Microsoft Office login and one that may direct to your organization's sign-in page. The second that involves the navigation object is the Open App method, which uses a UCI App Name class to navigate to a specific UCI app. You'll find the standard platform applications, such as Sales Hub and Customer Service Hub, as well as others available in this class. Below, you'll find common actions covered in other modules. One important item to point out when working with login is that this will be generally the first area we begin to work with Selenium due to our ADFS redirect or what's called the single sign-on pages. The below example shows the typical login flow, which is xrmapp.onlinelogin.login, where we simply pass in a URI, our username, and our password. However, with an ADFS redirect, we have an additional argument to pass in, which will be a method that we will cover a little bit later called the ADFS login action. For the navigation object, see many properties, including the Click Quick Launch button, which opens the Quick Launch bar on the left-hand side of the window, open the About menu, opening Global Search, which is the magnifying glass icon. We'll open Guided Help, open a menu. We can open the Opt-in for Learning path, which is the gear icon. It's inside of the gear icon. We'll open Options, also inside of the gear icon. Be able to open up sub areas. This will allow us to navigate to account records, contact records, opportunities, etc. The Quick Create button, which is the plus icon. And finally, the ability to sign out. The first time we use the navigation object most likely will be the Open App method as shown below. Inside of the Open App method, we will pass in a string property from the UCI App Name class. In this example, we are passing in sales, which correlates to the Sales Hub string. It's important to point out that this can be added to or modified to include or restrict which apps can be tested. The following slide shows how to extend or modify. In this case, you can see I've added 3 additional strings: Application Insights, Channel Integration Framework, and Customer Demo. And these strings correlate to exactly what you see in the pick list for the UCI apps. To open each app, I've also included an example for each one using the Open App method. For this demo, we're going to show the following. We'll log in using the login flow. We'll navigate to the Customer Service Hub. For this demo, we have 2 parts. First, we'll work with the online login object and the login method. Then we'll work with the navigation object and the Open App method. Let me start by putting a couple of breakpoints on the login and Open App methods, and then we'll start the unit test. As you can see, I'm now going through the login flow. Now I'm going to work with the second part of the demo, which is the Open App. So we would expect to see the left-hand navigation open up and the customer service app to be selected. Let's go ahead and add another command, think time, that'll allow us to put a breakpoint so we can just pause and talk. So now, as you can see, the customer service app has been rendered here, and we're looking at the Tier 1 dashboard. Now we've hit the think time. We'll go ahead and stop this unit test. One thing I'd like to point out is the login method. You see it has an overload. The overload has this ADFS login action here I've put. It's commented out, but you'll see it's here. This is what my method looks like. So if I were to have this, the login flow would go into this method here, and this is where you could work with your sign-on page. So I'm taking the driver from the argument and setting it to this variable D, and then I'm looking for particular elements. We'll cover this deeper on the Extending EasyRepro series. That's it for the demo. Thank you very much. Thank you for
Finally,
watching.
we'll leave with some
this
references,
of the Test
including the
Automation and
EasyRepro
EasyRepro
GitHub
series
repository.
You can find my
And the
contact
blog post,
information
Test Automation
in
and
the slide
EasyRepro,
here,
as
designing
well as in
and
the
debugging
description
unit
below.
test. Thanks. Thank you for watching this edition of the Test Automation and EasyRepro series. You can find my contact information in the slide here, as well as in the description below. Thanks.